for about 45 days. And then after that 45-day period, they assign it to an attorney. And then that attorney, once it's assigned to that attorney, it's in what's called pre-foreclosure until it goes to auction on the, the 22nd. Then it's actually, then there's a 10-day redemption period to be able to pay off the lender and retain the property. Then it's foreclosed on after that 10 days. So that's how the process goes.
Okay, and that process has already occurred since April of this year. It went under pre-foreclosure. I was challenging some things in the court, and it went till July. It was postponed from April to July, and the court, it went out for advisement on like September the 30th. I received a notice from an individual just like yourself inquiring about the foreclosure, and it supposedly was sold on October the 12th. The documents that I see, I don't see that it was actually sold to an individual like yourself. It appears that it was transferred back to the bank. It transferred back to the bank. So is it now that it's another foreclosure that's happening with the opportunity of an investor or someone that can come in and try to help the homeowner? Is that what's happening now?
Listen, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it could be a blessing for you. It sounds like it could be a blessing for your family because it sounds like that the bank may have acquired it because nobody bid on it, and they're putting it back out for auction again.
Okay, so tell me, I've done a little bit of research. Tell me, what is your solution that your company is creatively doing to help homeowners? Yeah. Because here's my thing. I want to see what possibly I need to do to stay here, because what I found out was exactly what you put in your text message. It is so much more expensive now. And in this area, it's really not nice. And I've kept this property because my mom bought this property for me and my small child. And of course, COVID came and some issues come up. So this property is in really good shape, like as if I was the owner myself. So I want to put that out there for you. And everything's been upgraded in here. So I would like to know, what kind of opportunity do your company have that can potentially help someone?
Yeah, so and just to let you know, so our biggest concern is helping you to be able to keep the property if that's what you want. So like that's what we'd love to do. So we walk you through your options to be able to keep the property. So it sounds like you would like to stay in the property, right?
I would like to stay in the property if I could. Absolutely, because there's nothing out there. People are living in hotels here because there's no housing. And even that would be more expensive than me trying to stay here, or at least for a time where the investor and I can work on something. And I don't know what's going to be best, but yes, that would be my goal, sir, because otherwise I'm facing living in my car. I just don't know what else I would do. I've been looking and I feel stuck.
No, and I understand. Like I can only imagine how tough it is. And in that feeling, honestly, it's probably just sucks, to feel like so uncertain what the future holds. So I will make sure, I can tell you right now, I'll make sure you won't get in your car one way or another. Okay. That won't be happening. Okay. So you don't have to worry about that. So I will walk you through. So we're not like a loan type service. So we can't give out money. I literally can just give you your options. So like that's kind of the role that my company plays. Now, granted, I'll be honest with you. Literally yesterday, I would stop the foreclosure for somebody. Like we were on the phone with the mortgage company, and she was like, "This guy's helping more than my attorney has. Like it's crazy." So we have done that for people, but I'm not like a legal anything. I'm just giving you your options and how we can possibly help, and then what you have. So it sounds like you've kind of been through a good amount with the banks and the lenders. Do you have any idea of like what route you want to take right now? Like I know you've done some research, which is great. What else have you thought about doing, if anything?
Well, to be honest with you, the only thing that I could see that could work for me is that if I had an investor that would see the value of this property and potentially either to help save the property and then I just rent back from them. Ideally, if I could get in a situation that I can buy back the property in a couple of years. I at this point, it's really near and dear to my heart. And I just know I can't get anything even remotely as nice and feel comfortable to raise my child. And so I don't know what my options are, but I know that I want to be stable. And it's been a long time because so much unknown has been happening, and it's just it's nerve-wracking how I'm pacing. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you know how much is owed on the house in total, and then how much you're behind?
Well, the final document showed that when they did the foreclosure, that I went to the court records, it showed 102,000 is what happened. I guess the lawyers got paid or whatever for when it went to foreclosure, and I owed 89,000.
Okay. Okay. So owed 89, and it sounds like there's about 102 total left on the mortgage.
Right.
Okay. All right. Do you know? Okay. All right. That makes sense. So I'm just thinking through some options. All right. Do you know as far as do you know who the lender is that you owe to?
AmeriHome.
AmeriHome. Okay. And has it been that lender since the beginning? How long have you owned the home?
I've owned the home since 2014. No, no, they're not the original lender. They are the servicing company once we refinance. And one of the things that I noticed, and maybe you can help to shed some light for me, is that they're not foreclosing on the promissory note that we currently have. They're foreclosing on the deed and the promissory note on the deed on the original contract. And I was wondering, how is that? And what are we missing here as homeowners? And how are they legally able to do that? Because a contract is a contract. If you say I have defaulted on the AmeriHome mortgage contract, how is it that all of the documents is referring to the original loan?
Yeah. So what happens is these loan companies they borrow money and they give out loans at interest, right? And then they pay off their loaners by selling that loan. So it sounds like that loan has been sold probably a couple of times and then sold to AmeriHome. So although they're servicing, they also own the loan on the property, which means that they're entitled to the deed if it's defaulted. Because like that's just how mortgage companies make their money is by selling loans to other mortgage companies. They'll sell it. You have no idea. You just go, oh, this is my new mortgage company. Okay. And that's just kind of how it is. And so when they sell that loan, they also sell the right to the property to that company. So they'll sell it, the house gains equity, so then they sell it at, what is now the new equity. It's almost like they're refinancing. Mortgage companies refinance the other mortgage companies. So that's kind of how it is. And so then when they do that, it transfers everything over to the new company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so that's why the new company they have the right to that is because they're the ones that own and service that loan. Okay, so there's a couple of options. It sounds like, I don't know how, but it sounds like you now have another opportunity with this new loan service to have you talked to them about a potential loan reinstatement and what that would look like? A lot of them have like hardship applications that you can fill out. Have you tried to do that with the new mortgage company?
I haven't tried anything because okay, so all of this has happened since October the 12th. The October the 12th. I just found out that yesterday that the property wasn't sold. So no, I haven't, because your company called my mama, sent a text message, and she forwarded it to me. So now this is new news to me. But as I've been studying the paperwork, I potentially could seeing if there is an opportunity, maybe there could be an investor that could work with me to stay in the property, or at least try to purchase the home as a short sale or something like that
So
from the
what I would
lender.
like to, I mean, so it would. I'll tell you. Um, Typically, it's tough for investors to allow people, and then I'm saying this from myself, and I'm not saying I don't want to help. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can try to see. It's tough to help people in foreclosure stay in the home because it's hard for us to go, well, you win the foreclosure before. How do I know you're going to continue to pay me? And I'm not saying, because I don't know, Kimberly, I'm not saying anything about your character. You sound like an amazing lady that went through a really hard time. And so for me, part of a lot of what I can personally do is, and I'm going to walk you through your other options, but when it comes to the cash thing, we want to make sure it doesn't get to a short sale, because in the short sale, you wouldn't get paid. You just wouldn't have to worry about a foreclosure. We believe in people over profit. And so, I want to make sure you don't live in a car. I want to make sure you have cash. If it comes down to it, you have cash to start the next season of life with your daughter, right?
Oh, son.
Your son. Sorry, you said kid, and I think of my daughter. Sorry. And so, to start this next season of life with. And so, we wouldn't do a short sale because I want to make sure you have some money out of it. But it is difficult as an investor for me to go to my team and go, oh, this is a person in foreclosure. Should we keep them as a tenant? And so I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it's not possible.
I'm going to say this to you. Can I stop you?
Yes, of course. Yes, ma'am.
I'm pretty savvy now. Let me tell you what I've been doing. I actually was running an Airbnb, right?
Hey.
So, and I even had gotten to a point, but of course I've gone through a lot, but I got creative in the last couple of months where I just was doing Airbnb, and even to the point the way that my house was laid out, I slept on the couch, deliberately went out of, and I only ended up renting with the room twice with just the full house. But I was deciding that I was going to sleep on the couch because I knew that life was changing for me and that I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable until I could get out of my situation. So if I don't know if that'll make a difference for you, but it's more important. My son is not with me right now. So I've been going through this because I didn't want him to be exposed too much. And so I just want you to know that I'll do what I have to do, because anything to me, even if you come and visit me, I started a project and I've been living in my garage for the most part because I knew life was changing for me. And so I'm willing to do what I have to do to stay, at least get me through the winter and whatever we have to come up with. And I have someone here that's helping. So it's not, I just need a break.
Yeah, I understand that. And I'm encouraged to hear that. It sounds like you're doing a lot and you're sacrificing a lot, which is awesome to hear, because I listen to a lot of people who are a little bit delusional, and then they're not willing to do what it takes. And so I'm thankful to hear that for you. And if that's one of the options that we talk about is would you be willing to rent out? Because here's your best option. And Kimberly, if I can be completely honest with you, your best option is going to call to see if you can get some sort of loan modification. If there's any way possible to get a loan modification, because it sounds like you may be bringing in enough income to supplement the second half. Like, so what they'll do is they'll either add it onto your existing mortgage on the back end, or they'll just split up the payments onto your over the next whatever 30 years or so, split up your payments onto your current mortgage. And so, like the loan modifications can work really well in that sense because it allows you, especially if you're renting it out, it allows you to do all of that stuff. So, like to stay in the house, continue to rent it out, and then pay a little bit more on the mortgage and pay it off over time. And so, like, that would be my first thing I would call loss mitigation from this new mortgage company.
There is no new mortgage company, remember, and they deleted me out of their system for months now. I can't even get through to anyone but the debt collector. And I actually just recently asked the debt collector on Friday because I realized with the clause about being a bona fide renter that even though I have been a renter from the very beginning, because I was written from a family remember, so we got to always keep this in mind. I'm passionate because this is really my home, but this is my mom's home. So even with the modification and all of that, my mom is retired. So it's a lot that has to be thought about because I am not the real owner.
Okay.
Remember that.
Okay. 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 Let me. Okay. No, that's right. I'm trying to think through some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. There's a lot going on. Let me see what I can do a little bit. I won't know yet. I won't be chatting with you about this, but I do kind of need to go a little bit.
Okay. I'm here. I'm home. So if you want to text me or call me back, just let's keep talking because my time is limited. I just got to figure out what I need to do and see if maybe I can find someone to help me. But it looks like, can I ask you a question? Would you be able to just double confirm that this is an official another shot for the 22nd, that this is not a fluke, or maybe it is a fluke and a blessing for me, but how would I know for sure that this is another shot for us to do something creative?
I will double confirm all of this stuff. I will have to do it a little bit later, but I will 100% confirm this stuff for you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. You take care.
Of course.
Thank
you for calling, and I'm excited to be able to chat with you and see what kind of solutions we can come up with, okay?
Okay, you have an amazing day, okay?
And you as well.
Okay, cool. Take care.
Alrighty.
Bye. Okay, Dalton. Hello?
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You heard everything?
I heard everything. So can I say a couple of things?
Sure.
You want to go first?
No, I don't want to go first. Mm-mm.
Okay, so Kim, I can't do this in a couple of sentences, so let me finish my thought. And I'll let you respond. So I think first we need to go with the loan modification. And even before you say you can't, you got a bunch of I can't, you can't do that, and here's why. Before you even go there, they do have a loss mitigation department. I think when you called, they had already transferred to a debt collector. But if it hadn't been sold, we could still try to see if they can do a loan mod. A loan mod allows the house to stay in your mom's name, and she probably have to pay $100 more. Right? And they give you a trial period for 3 months. And after that 3 months, that loan mod becomes the official mod. That means you're approved. So they give you a 3-month trial period. You make your payments 3 months in a row, then it's approved. And your house, you got the house free and clear. You start paying, making the monthly payments, whatever that is. If you're paying $700 now, you probably have to pay $800
with the loan mine. And if you do that for 3 months, the house comes out of foreclosure, everything goes back to normal. I think that's the first thing they allow us to do. And if your mom got it before, she can get it again. And you can put down that,
But Dalton, but wait a second, Dalton, are they gonna run the credit again? Remember, my mom's credit is completely shut down now. We got the two.
They do a modified. They do a modified loan. She can show she got income. They don't want to sell the home. They do a modified. They go back what's existing. They don't do a detailed one. It's like, okay, they do more like you still get Social Security, blah 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 blah. You have 3 more additional bills that you had that you wasn't aware of. Things the same. They're like, okay, we're trying for 3 months. You have 3 months to stay in the home. So you have to come up with $800 for 3 months. And what they do, and they give you a 30-day window. So, like, let's say if the loan mod got approved December, your first payment won't be until February. You see?
Okay.
Your first payment won't be in February. But what happens is you miss that payment, your home will go right back into foreclosure. So it's a 3-month trial period. So let's ask about that. They may not do it. I just want to make sure that you understood. And it's not like how bad her credit is. It's like, has there been any drastic changes? So they know the foreclosure that you had paid in like 18 months. They already know that. You ain't got to worry about that. And the trial period basically gives your last chance. You missed the trial period. We foreclose the home. And all those fees, those attorney fees, they add on the back of the loan. Everything you said, that 102, because you had only on like 85 or 89, now it's 102. They had all those lawyer fees and stuff that they did, just taking people's money, or they added on to the loan now. So you got like $14,000 after this loan now. But you hadn't paid in like 18 months. But anyway, let's do that first. So I think you need to hold off on the Airbnb, telling people about that. Don't tell the mortgage company that, okay? If you have to. I mean, don't volunteer any information with the loan mod. So if that's not the case, and they're going to sell, then when he's saying the short sale, you're going to be out of money. He's protecting you as a homeowner. Because the reason it's going to be, I'm going to get it for less than $102,000.
Yeah.
So it'll be a big benefit for me. Because I'm gonna try to come in low as possible. And so you had told him, I mean, you said it, but I don't think he understood that you had invested $35. I'm gonna do this. So but Kim, I like to hear all his options. You didn't let him tell all his options. You said try to tell his story. I want to hear all his options. The first option, only option he gave was the loss mitigation, the loan mod. Okay, and the reason why I said it is I thought it was already told. Because I was operating on it. I didn't find out that it wasn't told until yesterday you showed me the text. But he said that he basically already confirmed because I got this off the lawyer's website. Didn't you hear that? And he said, when did December 12th they come? December 22nd? He said, it came straight off the lawyer's website. Did you hear that?
I thought yes, but I didn't catch it like that, Dalton. I was just immediately I thought maybe some kind of like website for foreclosures. But let me see. Let me go to Brock and Scott right now and see. Maybe that's why they ain't responded to me, Dalton.
But so what I want him to do, Tim, what you need to ask for him to do is to postpone the sale. Can that get moved to like January? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm writing. I'm getting ready to write start dictating some notes. Huh?
Why are you trying to multitask?
What writing your notes so that I can follow you? I'm like I am. I just opened up the website, but then I'm talking to you too, and you giving me some tasks, right?
Yeah, you multitask. I don't think you be picking up everything. I'll be saying. So we're gonna see if we can postpone the sale.
Yes.
All right. And Kim, when you talk to him again, let him do a lot of talking. Just ask him questions like, what are your options? So he gave one option was loss mitigation. He said there's 2 or 3 options. And I want to hear the other 2. So you ask him about what are the options you have.
Okay.
You keep your option and me in the background.
Right.
But relax on that Airbnb. We can deal with that in a later date. Now, it's already out there. I really don't think it's going to hurt you. I just don't know how that's going to happen. It may buy some more time. I got rentals in there. They need time to get out. And I got to give them 30 days.
Well, no, I didn't tell the people at the law firm.
I know as it comes to that, as it comes down to that.
Oh, okay.
Now we need more time. Right? We're just trying to get more time at this point. So what are you doing now?
I'm writing some notes, but I also just went out to the Brock and Scott website to see if they had some kind of something on here where they selling people's homes, and is that where the guy?
Now you gotta get you operate on your loan to have.
Right.
So when you call loss mitigation, you start asking about a loan bond. When they start asking if you got power of attorney, they're gonna get copy of that. If they use the loan line, you tell them nothing to say. As a matter of fact, if she has her supervised what she has approved. So she has to pay some taxes now.
Oh yes.
Your mom will want to keep the home, huh? You think you can get her to say yes, I want to keep the home?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think in February you can come up with $800?
I can come up with $800 every month. Yes, Doc, I can, because I'm going to stay in this situation, and as soon as, like I said, I get an opportunity to know that I got 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, then I'm more than likely gonna move from upstairs and rent out that second room and sleep on the couch downstairs and pretty much live out of my garage like I've been doing.
How did you know that you had that option? Where did that come from?
That I had what option?
What's that?
I had what option?
To move out and just sleep on the couch. Because that's what she claimed. That was her claim.
That was not her claim, because I just did that like this year.
But what did the affidavit say? Let me ask that question.
The affidavit said that Jaden, she had concerns about Jaden, that Jaden was sleeping on a couch. She did she
That's what I said. That's what she alleged.
Yeah, but Jaden had never slept on the couch one day in his life.
I know it's not true. I'm just saying what she said, what she put on the affidavit. I'm not saying what she put on the affidavit.
Right.
Okay, so that's what I said. I said, so where did you get that idea from? That you and Jaden was sleeping on the couch. You and Jaden was sleeping on the couch.
I don't know, because I wasn't renting my house out. I've never rented my house out that my son would be sleeping on a couch. She made it up.
Yeah, you said that's a good question.
That is a good question, because believe it or not, Dalton, when I slept on the couch down here was the first time, this year was the first time I ever slept on a couch in my life. I've never slept. But I'm just letting you know that I couldn't understand why my mama would have preferred to sleep on this couch in here than in the bedroom, but it was comfortable. And I said, you know what, ain't gonna be from here to move back upstairs. I need to make myself comfortable, but uncomfortable enough, because I'm going out the door next. And that's what I said to myself. I don't know where Winsome got that from, because Jaden had his own bedroom. She had not been in our life. She had not been in our life for a year when all of this happened. She didn't know what the fuck I had going on.
I don't know why she created that.
She didn't know what I had going on. And then if you think about it, she said she didn't know where I was getting money from. You know that mama got me the Vans. You see how a person can allege something, and then now you got to pay money to defend
Why
her.
did that explain to her? I just don't understand. Why did she have to be feel like I informed her what she doing if she ain't getting her life in years?
That's my point, Dalton. She created this. She created chaos, Dalton. She made it all up. And why, Dalton? And the thing about it is, if she cared that much about Jay, I need you to hear me. Whatever happened on November the 5th to 1 year later, she didn't speak to me. During that year, Jay was not even allowed to come to my house. And then, okay, a whole year and a half go by, and in the end of the summer, you go in cahoots with the baby daddy. And what was the craziest part about it, Dalton, is when all this was happening to me, I had already came to a place where I had shut Jay from dad out for a year. I had quit. I even for the first time ever was willing to meet him in South Carolina where I initiated to drop Nathan off so he would have to come all the way. And thinking through the whole summer, I read the TV challenges, we didn't set his computer up, and by the end of the summer, him and my sister had been in cahoots together so that they wouldn't be coming back home. So when I tell you that I had even grown prior to that, so now I'm going into this consciously open, aware, in control of my emotional state. I get this served at my door. I don't say a word for 8 weeks. When the enemy don't know what you're doing and they expect you to respond in a certain way, they start panicking. They start panicking because they can't calculate your move. See, they was expecting me to blow up so that they can try to prove their so-called belief and story about him. But see, they didn't know a new general was on duty in my life. And that I'm in control of my emotional state of being. And you cannot control how I'm going to respond to you. So then they panic. And then they start sending people to watch me as if I was doing something. I got the proof. I told you that, and you keep asking me the same thing, don't you? I told you, Sam. She thinks whatever she's doing in her mind, that's why we know she's crazy. She shared with Sam and Calissa that they had the private investigators following me, and he called me and told me to be careful and be awake and be aware of what's going on. Yes, it's if I was really abusive. I wasn't running no man. Even my mama said, what would you, even if I was doing Airbnb, even if I was, what is the problem with my son sleeping on the couch? There's people that got 20 children in one room and they sleeping on a dirty mattress on the floor. So what, even if I was doing, what law have I made? No, she invited these crackers into my life at a time when I was already being attacked in my business. What right does she have? And the bitch so crazy that she talking and don't realize people looking at her like this. Something right, y'all. And so if I be around here mad and angry and all of that, I'm crazy too. So I think I am the highest one in the room. Alexa, can you play the highest one in the room for Dr. Dalton? No, baby, you my doctor. No, you my doctor. You breathing life into me. You just my doctor. You my road to Parliament. You like that? DRRD. That girl is saucy. She's saucy. You get what I'm saying? You my doctor. You're my heartbeat. You're my road to Parliament. Alexa, can you play highest in the room? Because Dalton needs to know. He's the highest in the room right now. Yeah, she getting ready to tell. You're the highest in the room, Dalton. You're the highest in the room, Dalton. Listen to you. Dalton, you're the highest. I need to put on a video so you can see me. I know that I sent you this picture. You gonna be like, don't be sending me no pictures. You gonna be like, don't be sending me those pictures. You see, I'm an emotional wreck, Dalton. Dalton, I just sent you a picture. Well, yes. I got you wrapped around my hips, Dalton. I hope we make it out of here safe, Dalton. When I'm with you, I feel alive, Dalton. But you gonna keep the pistol on your side to protect me, Dalton. All I gotta do is submit to pulling of the hair. I hope I make it out of here safely, Dalton. I'm over here looking for the loot to pay those bills. I got so much game, you can see me. I've been wearing my hair red for like 2 years. I just feel like I embodied somebody else. When I tried to go blonde over the summer and I didn't like it. Well, I had the little blonde tips and the red just makes me look so much more. Yeah, I didn't like it. I like this red. It just does something for me. No, it was the same kind of locks, but the ends had like light brown, a little bit of blonde in it. It was just lighter. No. Not no real white blonde, more like a orangey, that goldish, but different tones of brown. And I didn't like it. I'll show you. I got some cute pictures though, but that red just really make me pop. Mm-hmm.
So, what's your next step this morning? Today is ready for 9 o'clock. What's your next step this morning?
I'm getting ready to. I got a list of stuff, dog. I'm looking for a job still. I'm gonna be filling out some applications. I have to call Walmart this morning actually to see about the donations for the ministry. They put in a request and they want to have a little event for the community. And so they want me to follow up, and I gotta go and mail my mom actually a little check that came in for her. And that's the other thing, Dalton. They returned the check for the home association. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get that line communication. It's long enough. So the next weekend, we gotta report, right?
Yes. That's why I want the guy to verify, Dalton, because if that's the case, then we may have another opportunity. But I just know
If it has been sold, the first thing you should do is have a postpone the sale.
postpone the sale. I got that on there, and
Postpone
then
the sale, and then we can talk about when it gets loan files. So if we're gonna do them both. We're gonna do them both simultaneously. So then they can do it over the phone. Like, boom, okay, you got loan files, you get stuff in the mail, you got these 3 month trial, blah 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 blah. And you said, your new loan amount, you're gonna pay more. They're gonna take you and paid in 18 months. So that's like like $15,000. They're gonna add to the loan. I calculate 14,000. So let's just add about $15,000 they're gonna add to the back of the loan. So that's how they cover that. So now your payment is 700, it's now 800, but you still got the high. See what I'm saying?
right,
And this time out saying the loan mod, they didn't even have your name to the loan. You think that'll be good?
yes, that'll be doable. But I don't know if they're gonna ask me for some kind of income, or do I make sure that I do a quick claim deed? But then if I think it's Dalton, how was all that? They done train. You know what I need to do, Dalton? I really probably need to go look at the county records and see what's on the county records, don't I?
It's just on the first floor.
No, you can look it up online.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So I'm gonna pull the records on the county records to see what they have there, to just see what's going on with the loan since the last time.
I pray that we can keep that. We give the family to keep that house. You should be able to handle $800. Because you got equity in that home. You know, you got equity in that home. Can you get some now can you finance that, get a big chunk out? You know what I mean? You read all the deeds that you get deals with. It's $14,000 worth of nonsense food. We can never get out of debt with that. It's a doggone corporation, company, and mortgage company that took and added to the loan.
So Dalton, do you think I'm still gonna have a chance to possibly go there and
What's that?
and still go after them about my dinars?
Let's say the home, Kim. After we get that home, Kim, we're gonna just say, I just want to see where it goes. I don't care if I do care, but I just like to see the outcome of that because I got the same situation. So you the proof of concept.
Okay, Dalton.
I only can advise you because you gonna start talking about all this other stuff. I want to get them in the court. I like to get them in the court because you get their attention. You can get them in the court. Let them ignore you want to. Boom. So I want to get them in the court. I want to hear it. I want them in front of the judge. Yeah, somebody's gonna see how they're doing. Talking about guys, but see, we don't fight back hard enough. We push back, but we need to start fighting back.
Right.
Because if they recognize your currency as payment, doggone it, within 2 hours they gonna have mine. You know, but see stuff like that, people have never been exposed to. They don't know what they don't know. You don't pursue it. I think that's wrong for them to keep that currency and foreclose on the home. And I want to hear what the judge says. And I ain't paying nobody $5,000 so I can say that in front of a judge. You can pay the $5,000. I get you in court for what? For you to say what I tell you to say. Yeah, that's to me in my mind, that's huge.
That's how I feel, Dalton. So I want to take that to the limit, and that's why as soon as I can save this property, if you arrive with me, I already know what I want to get in damages, and I want to take it to the next level. I think between you and coaching me, we could be the next Johnny Cochran team.
I'm right with you, Karen. I'm going to have to put my feet there. Because you get a little scared sometimes. I want to be safe. I hadn't forgot about that. The goal is to save this home. And I'm so excited that I think that guy is right, that it hasn't been sold. We need to go to do the loan now. I think we can get that done. Don't get your mama to say, yes, I'm going to do the loan now. You speaking on her behalf, and her situation has not changed. Her financial situation, if anything, it has improved. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep that home. Let's keep that home. You in there, and y'all got a way to make the monthly payment on it. Then let's keep it again. I just thought it was already sold. Because that's the information we had at the time, right?
Right. That's
I'm thinking y'all say y'all thinking on the right side. I'm thinking the front side of it. I sure am. Yeah, because the enemy wants you to lose. He's a lie. He's the devil a lie.
okay. Why can't I pull this record up? How was her record deleted? Wait a second.
So Kim, I gotta get ready for this 9 o'clock. I'm gonna let you know we're
Okay.
okay?
All right, Doctor. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
I don't want to do this. like, Mom, but he feels like I'm wild. He said, I know your mama will keep you under control. It's like he got some idea about me, like I'm out of control and I'm wild. He has no idea that's not my character. Like I'm not running people in and out. Some days I feel like he gotta really know that the things like he's like, well, I know your mama keep you in line. My mama don't have to keep me in line. I'm self-regulated. I'm not wild. You don't have to worry about me more than anything. You worry about me now because I'm not stable. But other than that, I'm not a child that you even lose sleep on. Because I'm not out here living any kind of life that you would be worried about me. Am I right or wrong?
Right. But when you don't the pictures, I almost lost my mind there.
Doing what stuff with the pictures, but what does the pictures have to do with me being, but what was I doing? Even me taking pictures. What?
I'm taking pictures, that was crazy. All right, close that subject. Yeah. Yeah, tell him my option is I can't know.
No, but I told him, I basically told him, Mom, I basically told him that you would be willing to come here quarterly, you know, just to please him, to get him to do what I need him to do. I said, my mom said that when Jaden comes back, if, you know, she needs to come and spend some time with me, she can work me in between her doctor's appointments and come for a couple of weeks or a month here and there. So that's what I'm telling him, that you, at least I have you as a backup nanny. But he seems to think that, oh, your mama will keep you alive. Like he don't know that. I don't think people realize they, mom said, I paid my bills. Like I wasn't, you know, like I don't know. People just keep thinking what they be thinking. The same way you be thinking what you be thinking. But he's like, oh, you know, your mama will keep you alive. Like if somebody was to hear him say that, they would think that I was a person that was undisciplined. Does that make sense? Is it, what does that mean? Is it, and it's almost like to a certain degree, I believe the way he talked to me, he got me to take, you know, I got to take some responsibility for what he said. But it's almost like he talked to me as if I called to myself. I don't know, that I get to in a practice and he takes on a discipline. I don't think he is learning to a training. Well, one thought fall off the train, the whole thing I'm trying to do it. Yeah, we were all called together for our first 15, we strategized and people was like, I ended up crying because the guy was like, when we go back to his and this, and be like, well, what's going to stop me from doing this? I told him, I'm creative. I got a very tremendous person. If I have to sleep on the couch, I need to this Alexa, guess what's up in my mind? Alexa, out. Alexa, out. So, yes, she said I have an inheritance. So all I know is you do is because we can, and I don't want to lose my home. So whatever I got to do with the move is going to cost more. So, oh, I got to pay these people money. So my storage is, that I need to call people. No, I'm here. It's 30 degrees out there. Oh, really? Well, Mom, let me go because I need to call T-Mobile and I need to call and I need to make my storage bill payment before I forget.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
bye.